This is being announced like a customer experience upgrade, but the real play is much colder than that. Adobe is not just adding AI agents. Adobe is trying to become the control layer that sits between enterprise customer data, creative work, and every major AI assistant your company already uses. That matters because once the control layer is yours, pricing power tends to follow. Here's what happened. At Adobe Summit, Adobe expanded its agentic ecosystem and pushed its CX enterprise system harder into the market. The company says its marketing agent is now generally available in Microsoft 365 Copilot and in beta across Amazon Q, Anthropic Claude Enterprise, ChatGPT Enterprise, Gemini Enterprise, and IBM Watsonx Orchestrate. In plain English, Adobe wants its customer intelligence to show up everywhere enterprise teams already work, instead of forcing those teams to log into one more lonely dashboard. That sounds helpful. It is also strategic. Because the companies that win in enterprise software are not always the ones with the flashiest model. They are the ones that become inconvenient to remove. And Adobe is building exactly that kind of position. If your audience data lives in Adobe, your campaign workflow runs through Adobe, your creative approvals run through Adobe, and now your AI copilots are pulling Adobe intelligence into their daily flow, then Adobe stops being a tool and starts becoming infrastructure. That is where the chess move shows up. Adobe is basically telling the market, keep whatever frontier model you want, keep your preferred assistant, keep your favorite cloud partner, but the expensive, high-trust layer where customer context, brand governance, and marketing decisions actually get executed should still belong to us. That puts pressure on a lot of people. Standalone MarTech vendors now have to compete with a company that is bundling orchestration, content, data, and agent access into one story. The AI labs get distribution, sure, but they risk becoming interchangeable surfaces while Adobe owns the business context underneath. And enterprise buyers may enjoy the convenience now, only to discover later that swapping out the Adobe layer is much harder than swapping out a model. That is the escalation. The AI market keeps pretending this is a model race. In business software, it is often a workflow capture race. Whoever owns the place where humans approve spend, shape campaigns, and measure customer value usually gets the durable margin. Verdict: Adobe's agent launch is not really about bots doing cute tasks. It is about making Adobe harder to price against, harder to displace, and more central to how big companies turn AI into revenue. That is why this story matters. The agents are the product. The control point is the business.